All right, so our next lesson is about writing function rules given situations. So basically a lot of real world writing of our rules. So our first one, you can estimate the temperature by counting the number of chirps of the snowy tree cricket. The outdoor temperature is about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, more than 1/4 the number of chirps the cricket makes in 1 minute. What is a function rule that represents this situation? So we're going to put this together. Look for keywords. So we've got our 40 degrees, but then we also have more than. More than means that we're adding. 1/4 the number of chirps a cricket makes in 1 minute. So here's our coefficient. Not next. Ah. That is our coefficient. So we can use x, y, any variable that we want. So we're wanting to estimate the temperature, right? So I'm going to make what it equals capital T for temperature. So temperature equals, I'm going to put our variable first. So 1/4 our number of chirps. So I'm going to use C for chirps plus the 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And then that's it. That is our function rule, because this is 1/4 the number of chirps plus 40 degrees in order to get our outdoor temperature. So again, looking for those keywords, things that tell us what operation we're working with, numbers that we're working with, words that have to do with the problem at hand. All right, example 2. We're going to write the function rule and then we're going to evaluate. Evaluate means given information, find an answer. All right, so a concert seating plan is shown below. Reserved seating is sold out. So that means all the seats in this reserved section are already sold. Write a function rule to represent this situation. So we want to, we want the total revenue from tickets will depend on the number of general seating tickets sold. So the yellow seats are general seats. So we want to know what is the, how to find the total revenue. Well, total revenue would be our reserved seats plus the general seating. All right, so to find reserved, right now it just tells us that it's $25 per ticket, and then it tells us there are 10 rows with 12 seats per row. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 10 times 12, because that's going to give us the number of seats, and then our number of seats times 25. So we end up with 10 times 12 is 120, and 120 times the $25 is $3,000. So our reserved seating has brought in $3,000. Now our general is going to be $10 per seat. $10 a seat. So 10S. All right, so if I'm going to write our total, I'm going to make it R for revenue. So revenue is going to equal $10 per general seat plus the $3,000 we already earned in the reserved. And so that is our function rule. Now the second part is that it's asking what is the maximum possible total revenue. Well, to find the maximum possible, that's if we sold every seat. And so then I need to know how many seats in general seating. And so general seating has 30 rows at 16 per row. So that 30 times 16 is 480. So that's what we're going to put in for S. So we're going to do the fact that revenue equals 10 times 480 plus 3,000. 480 times 10 is 4,800 plus 3,000. And then 4,000 plus 3,000, 7,000. So 7,800. So the max revenue we could earn is $7,800 at this place for a concert. All right, so that's how that worked. We took what we knew, we gathered that information together, we created a function to where I could find it for any amount of seats sold in the general section, and then we found it what our max possible amount could be. All right, last example, writing a non-linear function rule. So here we want to write the function rule for the area of a rectangle whose length is 5 more than its width. So we know that the area of a rectangle is length times width. This tells me that my length is equal to width plus 5, right? More than is adding. And so then the area of my rectangle is going to be, I'm going to replace L with my width plus 5. So I've got width plus 5 times W. And then to simplify, I'm going to distribute my W. So my area is going to equal W times W is W squared, and then W times 5 is 5W. So the area for this rectangle is W squared plus 5W. That's my function rule. Now it wants to know when my width is 9 feet. So I'm going to take area equals 9 squared plus 5 times 9. So we end up with 9 squared is 81, 5 times 9 is 45, and then we combine those, and 5 and 1 is 6, and 8 and 4 is 12. And so our area is 126 feet squared is our area if our width is 9 feet. And that's how we do it. We write the equation based on what's written. So we're looking for those context clues, those vocabulary words, and then we write the function and then plug into our function to find our answer. If you're struggling to write the function, but you have an idea on how you're going to find your answer knowing a number, then work it backwards. All right. Write down your work for what you're going to do with the number, and then replace that number with the variable, and then work it from there. So that is my clue to you in case you get stuck as you're trying to write the equation itself. So until next time, 8th graders.